Hey guys, this is George with Kingdom Worker Ministries, and I just want to take a few minutes of your time to share a quick message with you that I believe will be a blessing to you, will help encourage you, will help strengthen your relationship with God, and improve your Christian walk. Most of you have heard that old cliche, pride comes before the fall. According to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18 of the Living Bible translation, pride goes before destruction and haughtiness before the fall. Pride by itself is not a bad thing. We should be proud to be in the service of the Lord. But when our pride is combined with haughtiness, with arrogance, with conceit, with self-importance, then we end up heading in the wrong direction. We can go through life thinking that we know everything about everything and believing that we are doing everything right. That is the kind of pride that comes before the fall. If you think you know everything, then you do not give yourself the opportunity to learn and to grow outside of the arrogant enclosure that you have built for yourself. If you think that you do everything right, then you have greatly reduced any chance for improvement because of your conceit and self-importance. Pride will stunt your growth, impede your progress, close doors of opportunity, and rob you of much more than you care to lose. Pride causes strife, isolation, and it destroys relationships. Pride and any combination of these things is not a good thing. We find in Psalms chapter 10, verse 4, the wicked, through the pride of their countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. As a child of God, to not seek after God or to not have in our thoughts or to not have God in our thoughts is definitely not the path that we should be on or we should be following. An alternative to this kind of pride is to go through life realizing that we are not perfect, realizing that we do not know everything about everything, and or believing that we are doing everything right. This is a form of humility. This is why I can say that I am wrong. I know that I do not know everything about everything, and I can admit that. I know that I do not do everything perfectly, and I can admit that. I am always striving to know more than I know now. My desire is to grow from where I am now. I can admit that I am wrong, and I ask God to show me where I can change, improve, and grow. I'm always open to new revelations from God. As a matter of fact, I seek to grow in my knowledge, to gain more revelation from God, and to stay outside of the box of traditional thinking. But again, this is not to say that we should not be proud of who we are as children of the Most High God, or proud to be in his service. We also see in Romans chapter 12, verse 3 of the Passion Translation, God has given me grace to speak a warning about pride. I would ask each of you to be emptied of self-promotion and not create a false image of your importance. Instead, honestly assess your worth by using your God-given faith as the standard of measurement. And then you will see your true value with an appropriate self-esteem. Do not overestimate yourself by thinking more highly of yourself than you ought to think. But in the same token, do not underestimate yourself by thinking lesser of yourself than you ought to think. We should think highly of ourselves, but to do so soberly, thoughtfully, and or seriously, as even God, who is not a respecter of person, according to Romans chapter 2, verse 11, thinks of us according to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24, which is free of arrogance, conceit, and self-importance. The righteousness of God should be cause enough for us to conduct ourselves appropriately and in humility without haughtiness. We pray that this inspirational message will be a blessing to you as well as informative. If this message has been a blessing to you, please click the like button and share it so that others may be blessed by it as well. Have an awesome day, and we will see you the next time. Continued blessings.